Welcome to Legacy Sips and Tips podcast with your geeky host, Lindsay Wheeler, where we talk about everything from death, preparing for your future through estate planning, life, the occasional breakup, entrepreneurship, general nerdery, and of course travel, snowboard, and always wine. Welcome to Legacy Sips and Tips with your host, Lindsay, and today we're going to talk about sports, all things that are fun and activity-wise. So you guys are probably coming off the holidays. It's probably after the new year. You have those ridiculous resolutions that you're going to be in it to win it. You're going to get in shape. You're going to get fit. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to be the best you're going to be. That's not cool. That's never going to happen. What does help happen is having activities. So for me, as you can see, I like lots of activities. So I like to snowboard, of course. I love playing soccer, although I don't play much anymore just because my knees are like, not for you anymore. I like Pilates and yoga. I like to, walk or hike. Sometimes I lift some weights or here and there, just like walking, hiking. Obviously, you guys know I went on a big trip. I went hiking. I did Nepal, did up to base camp, and I did just recently up to Machu Picchu. We did the Salcone Pass, which was super cool. So I like that to keep fit. Also, it's kind of motivation when you have trips planned for you to do activities. So like if you're going to go do a hike or something in a foreign country, then, you are going to want to be in shape for that or get acclimated to it or get fit for it. So that was always a nice motivation for me, as opposed to just being like going to the gym and working out. We used to always laugh at people in the gym and we'd say, what are you training for? Because most of us, when we're at the gym, we're training for a sport, we're training for an activity, we're training for a trip or whatever it is. So there's always something that we would be training for. We're just not at the gym just to be at the gym, which I know a lot of people enjoy that, which is great. That's wonderful. Wherever you're getting your activity from is great. My dad's an older gentleman. He can out-hike all of us. I'm just going to put that out there. The man is 76 years old or 77 years old now, and that man can out-hike all of us. He's insane. He's a spindly little Englishman, vegetarian, and every day he gets up and he goes on the hikes around the downs. That's where he lives. It's the Jurassic Coast, beautiful. He does 5-6 miles a day. When I was growing up, he would run 8 miles a day usually. So that was his kind of thing that he did. That was his activity to stay fit, to stay active, to make sure that heart health is good to go. Making sure that cardio is going and you're fit. Also, what's super cool about activities is you meet people. So maybe you're an introvert, maybe you have a hard time meeting people. Join a league, join a sport, do softball, do the booze league or whatever it is. We'd play the soccer league, as adults, which was super fun. So we'd run around, we'd get some, I called it forced exercise or forced running for the week. And then you hang out with everybody afterwards. You have teams, camaraderie with each other. Just nice. It's a nice thing to do, to meet new people as well. Maybe you're new in a new town. Go join a sports league. You will find really cool people. I like to ride bikes. I'd meet people there. When I did dirt bikes in that community, that's super cool people. You'd meet people, to go race. And sometimes I didn't have anybody and everybody would come help you, whatever it is. So most people who are doing activities and sports are good people. They're cool, fun people to hang out with. And you might find new friends, new relationships, whatever it is. It's always nice to do. So whatever you choose to your activity, just be active. Like I said, even if you just walk around the block. We all sit too much. I know I definitely sit too much. Set an alarm, get up, go walk for 5 minutes if you will. It just helps keep you going, keeping you fit, healthy, and active. It's an important thing because we have moved from being a group of people who were very active to now a group of people who are not active. We watch a lot of TV, we sit, we play video games, we all work at desks for the most part. A lot of us are not doing any kind of physical labor. And at that point, when we do have to try to go do something like move chicken feed, for me, which has become very heavy, which is not usually a thing for me, but now it is. As we get older, we age, it's always important to keep that activities up for yourself, especially as you age. So if you have older people in your life, making sure that they're still active, they're still fit, they're still enjoying people and being social, going on a walking club, doing Tai Chi in the park, or whatever it is, old people yoga, keeping them active and supple so when the time happens when they fall or they trip, they're able to bounce back easier, no pun intended. They're able to learn how to fall better. There's classes now for older people teaching them how to fall, how to be active and still have that, bone density and strength and heart health and what have you. So apparently it also staves off like mental illnesses too, like Alzheimer's and dementia. They say that, being active and being, social helps alleviate or reduce some of those risks for those things. So very important to do. If you have questions on sports or activities that I like to do, let me know. I love talking about that. I love talking about soccer. I like talking about bike riding. I have a bike for every occasion. I have literally a BMX bike I used to race. I have a BMX all the way up to a full downhill bike. So I like all the bikes. I love the downhill. I love doing that. I'm not really a climber. I don't like to do cross country so much. I always joke that I say I get a bike and a hike because I don't like to pedal up hills. I'll just get off and walk it because I have no shame. But I will definitely catch you on the downhill. Like to do, used to ride dirt bikes, used to race dirt bikes, which was super fun. Met great people in that community. Hiking, you can always meet people on trips. This last trip I went on, there's a group of 13 of us on our group that we went on, and they are amazing people. It was so much fun meeting all these people from around the world and doing that activity. Snowboarding, skiing, sledding, cross-country skiing, all that stuff. That's super fun in the wintertime, because sometimes the wintertime's hard for people. They're like, ooh, I don't want to go outside, I want to do these things. But when you have a sport or an activity that's outside, snowshoeing's a fun one too. Maybe you're not into the downhill sports. You can go snowshoeing, you can go mob around in the fields with your snowshoes and go up on little ridges and see cool things and little birds and activities. And the world is different covered in snow, so that's always fun if you have that availability as well. Or just more gentle things. Maybe you want to go do some yoga, some hot yoga if it's cold outside. That helps you stay supple or your joints feel good. Pilates, I love going to Pilates. That's one of my favorite things. It's a moving meditation for me. Helps with my ADD because somebody's cueing me and I'm working and I'm moving and not having to really think about anything. And so that's a nice alternative too. Also in the gym, people are lifting. There are always going to be people who are going to help you there in the gym. People are usually really good people in the gym. They're there to be fit, healthy, active, and want the best for other people as well. So let me know your fun activities. I know a lot of my friends also play softball, baseball, football, cross country. People like to run. No, I don't like to run, but other people do enjoy those things. My philosophy on running is there's only 2 reasons to run and 2 reasons only. Police dogs and floodwaters. There's really no other reason to run when you really think about it. So keep that in mind as well. So some of the crazy sports that I've done like the Tough Mudder. I've ran those. Those are kind of fun where they have like the ice plunge and you're going through barbed wire and all that kind of stuff. That's always fun one to do. I like doing that with my friends. We would train for that, which was really fun. Snowboarding, horseback riding, I just like to do those. Those are pretty extreme. Those are like one of the top, like you're going to die sports, which is interesting for me. Downhill bikes, also pretty extreme. I like all those kind of things. I like to just do adrenaline type items, jump out of an airplane, bungee jump, go on swings, whatever it is. Zip lining, that's a fun one. So I like all those. With that comes bad things that happen to you. In fact, I almost died snowboarding. I overshot a jump, went to roll, didn't roll right, dislocated my elbow joint, which then shot out of my arm and took the artery with it when it went out. So I was bleeding to death on the mountain, which was a fun experience that I don't encourage anybody to experience. Yeah, luckily my friend taught me when you crash or you do, get hurt, that just to stay calm as you can, especially if you see other people who are hurt, stay calm for them as well. That definitely helps. You don't want your heart rate up. You want people to be calm, collective as best as they can when they're injured, because frankly, the worst part's already over. You're already injured now. So now we're on the back end of getting better at that point. So even as horrific as some of these accidents were, where again, my elbow joint is hanging out there and I'm literally gushing blood from the artery being severed. Yeah, make sure you have that estate plan in place so you can have people take care of things for you if you're in the ICU and you're not able to take care of things for yourself. I, in fact, embarrassingly did not have my estate plan in place at that time, even though I do them. Sometimes we just put ourselves on the back burner, and I did not have anything. And I was literally laying in the ICU going, this is embarrassing. Nobody can take care of anything. I'm an adult at this point. My parents aren't able to advocate for me. I wasn't dating anybody at that point, so nobody was close in that regard to me. So I didn't have anything in place for anybody to come take care of anything for me. So, whoops, that's a little embarrassing. So don't let that happen to you, especially if you're doing sports. If you're going on a trip, you're going on a big hike, you're going on an adventure, you're going diving. That's a new thing I like to do. I like to go diving now, so that's super fun. I have advanced open water, which is really fun. I've done K-diving. That's super trippy. If you are claustrophobic, do not do that because you will not be happy. That's a whole different world when you cave dive because there's no going up. You're in a cave. So extreme things like that. If you're going to go do those things, make sure you have your estate plan in place. Make sure you have those powers of attorney. So for like me, when I had that accident, if I had those powers of attorneys in place, my parents or whoever I put on there would be able to go take care of the bills, pay the mortgage, handle those kind of day-to-day things for me, my banking, my medical wishes. What did I want to have happen to me? Did I want to have, horribly something happened to me and I didn't, I was in a coma or something, I got bonked in the head and I didn't know what was going on. I need somebody to advocate medically for me as well. So those powers of attorney are super important through that estate plan. And then what if happens if I did have a super bad accident and I'm really not going to get better anytime soon? So that estate plan would kick in at that point for my incapacity, and the people I've named as my agents can come take care of those things. And then ultimately, if I were to pass away during one of my sports activities, they're not going to have to go through probate. They're not going to have to dig around. I have all my stuff available. I have that legacy vault that they have access to see all my information in one go. So it makes it very easy and accessible. So if you're into the extreme sports, you like to do stupid stuff like I do, especially with my friend, me and her really like to go do stupid stuff together. She almost died on our one trip. That's a interesting story. So we went on this hike. We went to Nepal. High elevation, obviously. She was not used to living in the elevation anymore, and she got elevation sickness, severe elevation sickness. Like, she legitimately almost died. So having her estate plan in place was very important. Her boyfriend could take care of things back in the States for her. Her daughter could take care of things for her, while she was out of the country and frankly being really sick. So very important to have that in place, especially if you're going to get ready for a big trip or a big sport or an event, if you will, making sure that's in place. Because again, we're fragile little meat puppets, things happen to us very easily. So having those things in place, because bad things happen, unfortunately, and we can prepare for that. So that is always a good thing to have done. This week's wine talk is, again, Napa. I don't know why I'm on a Napa kick lately, but we got this beautiful Silver Oak. It's a 2018 Cabernet Sauvignon. Of course, it's from Alexander Valley. Silver Oak, if you guys all know, Silver Oak is solid. They're always good. You're not going to get anything bad from them, period. You just aren't. You're probably going to pay a little bit more for them. That's fine, but they are good. They are solid. They are wonderful. They're a nice winery. Yeah. So if they would like to sponsor me, that'd be great. Why do we do fun activities? I don't know. We should probably get a psychiatrist or psychologist on one day and we can talk about the weird things that people do, because there's a lot of them. But why do I do the sports that I do? Probably ADHD, frankly, is a lot of it. I like to always be doing something new. It keeps my brain engaged. It keeps my body engaged. We have those things. Like I said, I do slower activities like Pilates. That's more of a moving meditation for me. Yoga is very difficult for me. I am not very flexible. My body hurts with yoga. Some people really enjoy that. It's really meditative for them as well. I know there's different varieties of yoga, and the Bikram yoga is good for me because it warms my joints so it doesn't hurt as bad. But yoga is brutal. I have a hard time with that one. I like more moving things. As you know, I don't like to run, but I will run after a ball where I'll chase you down on a field because I'm super competitive. So you just got to find what's good for you, what you like. Other people just enjoy hiking. They like to be out in nature. They like to be away from people. They like the solitude of it. That's great too. People put their podcasts and they listen or whatever. They walk around the block. That's great. I am a little bit different. I like that challenge. I like that adrenaline. I like to get things done. I like to snowboard. I like to go down big runs, big off piste or whatever it is. I like to do all that kind of stuff, tree runs and stuff, fast tree runs. I like to do biking. I like to do that downhill. I like the challenge of that, the focus of it. And maybe that is an ADHD thing. Like, I like to, with those things that you have no other option but to have to really focus on what you're doing. You can't kind of lollygag around because you'll probably get really hurt doing those things. So I think maybe that helps me. I have to focus on it, and it kind of helps my brain relax in that weird way. I don't really know. Other things are, people enjoy like golf or baseball. That is literally like watching paint dry for me. It's awful. I hate it. Although people tell me my golf to booze ratio is off, and that's why I'm not enjoying it as much. But seriously, after three holes, I'm like, I'm over this. What are we doing now? It's too slow for me, which a lot of people really do enjoy. Older people enjoy that too. So it's whatever you want to do. Again, maybe I like it because it's social. Of course, I miss soccer, not playing it as much as I used to. I miss meeting those people, wonderful community in these sports activities. I don't know. I don't know why I do it. Why do you guys do it? Let me know why you guys enjoy it, or what sport you grew up doing or you still enjoy. I know a lot of people, play sports as their kids and then they like to watch them as adults or whatever. Then maybe they're not playing so much in the adult leagues or whatever, but they're still watching their sports. They're still in it. They still have their teams that they enjoy. Obviously, there's a lot to it because it's a billion dollar industry as well. So it's entertainment. It's fun. People enjoy it. We like putting our kids into it. It's social. It helps them, teach them skills, teamwork, responsibility, accountability. I know that if I sign up for a team and I don't feel like going on a Thursday night at 10 o'clock to go play a game, but I signed up for it. My team is counting on me. I'm gonna go be responsible and show up for that team and myself as well. So let me know what you guys enjoy doing in your spare time. And let me know your sports. Let me just know. Let me know you. I want to know you. I want to know all about you. Let me know it. Just kidding. So of course, when you think of death, think of me. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you found value, please like, subscribe, and share. And be sure to follow me on all the socials at Sips and Tips with Lindsay. And of course, you can always go to my website, sipsandtipswithlindsay.com, to find more information about estate planning, business, snowboard, travel, and of course, wine. As always, we have to get the legal stuff out of the way. I went to law school, so you don't have to. However, we have to read the special disclaimer that I am not a practicing attorney. I am not your attorney. I am not offering any legal advice in any content or any episode. All content is for your information and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for seeking your own legal advice from your own attorney or other professionals such as a CPA or financial advisor. I cannot give legal advice and do not offer any legal services or legal advice, but I do offer some fun and educational content for you to enjoy.